4 reasons why Secret Royal Inspector and Joy should be on your watch list. 1. The reluctant hero. Taec-yeon, Taec-yeon, would really rather not be a royal inspector. So it's a rather rude awakening when he goes from spending his days creating magnificent culinary creations to the applause of his 2 menservants Yuk-shil and Gu-pal to being assigned the most deadly job a clerk of the Hongmyeongwon can have. Royal inspectors are in charge of ferreting out corruption, which often results in a painful death. Thus, Taec-yeon decides to eschew justice altogether and treat the job as a food tour across Joseon. Naturally, this doesn't work out as planned. What's so fun about his character is that he's genuinely an ordinary guy. There's nothing flashy to him per se. The comedy isn't overplayed to make him goofy, and he comes across as a level-headed, slightly shy man who'd do anything to just chill. 2. The feisty divorcee. Kim Hye-yoon, has had it with men and their mothers. After being married for far too long in her opinion, she petitions the local magistrate for a divorce with the support of all the town's women. Save her mother-in-law, of course. Chance and some skullduggery have her running into our royal inspector, where she's promptly smitten and furious that she's smitten, so she treats him like she'd treat any other man, by being blunt and keeping her distance. Refreshingly, despite the whole meet cute with Taec-yeon, Jo-ye's priority is herself and her freedom. The strip of cloth cut from a man's clothing and granted to his ex-wife upon a divorce is called a nabi, a homonym for butterfly in Korean. Like a butterfly, she wants nothing more than to set out into the world and forge her own destiny, no matter where it takes her. It's a real bother then that she keeps getting unwittingly embroiled in other people's problems. 3. The dry humor. If you thought the show's humor would vert on campy, think again. There definitely are a few of those moments, but much of the humor is actually quite dry, resulting on wordplay and situational humor than body humor or tired gags. It feels like a much less campy version of Strongest Chilwoo, for everyone who still remembers that drama. The characters take what they see and run with it without overdoing the moment. It's hard not to smile along, especially because Taec-yeon's exasperated face never gets old, as does the way this nobleman gets reduced to sheer panic around Jo-ye at times. 4. The social commentary. Despite all the levity, this show is still a sejuk, and that means political commentary in some way, shape, or form. We start off with a bang with divorce and go progressively darker from there. But these weighty topics are handled with a surprising degree of care, proving that comedy doesn't have to be insulting or condescending to make a point. People in this show grit their teeth and survive. It isn't all doom and gloom. They're capable of laughter and joy and don't spend their days plotting revenge. There's still a weariness to their days that's palpable through the screen, and there's no denying they'd all rather be doing something else. Yet, where most sejuk stick through the screen to wrench at our hearts with immense depictions of suffering, that are no doubt realistic, this drama chooses to show its suffering in a quieter way, no less relatable, but perhaps a little more watchable after a long day at work. Secret Royal Inspector and Joy doesn't paint our lead duo as the answer to Joseon's problems, but as a lens through which we viewers can see them and understand that any amelioration of these problems will always be temporary. The Crown Prince, Lee Jun-hyuk, is wonderful to look at. And he's in this drama. That makes it all the more worth seeing. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a blanket, a mug of hot chocolate, and settle for a feel-good, relatable drama on navigating justice in a wild, wild world that'll put a smile on your face. You won't regret it. Thank you for following. We hope to be at your best. Please support and subscribe.